Kevin, are you there?
I am here. How are you doing
All right.
today?
I'm doing okay. So let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
The issue that well, several thousands of Americans are having is that their charity money that they would be providing to their communities to provide school supplies, warm clothes, other necessities to needy kids are being taken by a criminal organization who is impersonating law enforcement, extorting these people, and intimidating them in some situations.
Horrible.
Right. And I work for this company.
Wait. Slow down. I'm new to America. So are you telling me you're working for the organization that's doing the bad stuff?
No, I did work for them. Situation found out that I was under the assumption that they were receiving their money in other ways, and when I found out that they were criminal and corrupt, I started recording this information. I brought this evidence to law enforcement, every law enforcement agency and attorney general for the states that are involved, with no action taken. Now, as far as the FBI not commenting or revealing if they're doing investigations, I understand that. But as a concerned American speaking to another American about an issue that involves, I mean, literally millions of dollars in charity money for school supplies and warm clothing, it's going to stunt the growth and ability of these. Trust me, it's affecting these communities in an impactful way. Thousands of kids aren't receiving warm coats. Anyways, so I understand you guys don't have the power to spurn the FBI to do something. What about options for speaking with, saying to this news agency, hey, listen to this guy. Hear what he has to say. Look at the evidence that he has to provide. Look at the evidence that he provided to the FBI with no action.
You are 197% spot on, and I smell what you're cooking. Here's my problem. Federal statute 16-947, and that's been drilled into my head, prevents us from reaching out to media people to discuss any types of cases. We could literally lose our jobs. They got us coming and going, Nicholas, I'm telling you.
Hold on for a second. That's under U.S. House codes, right?
Yes, U.S.
And it's Title 16-947?
I believe I'm going off the top of my head from one of the attorneys that we talked to a while back. So if that has something to do with dredging lakes or something, I apologize.
Well, no. Can you? So say it again for me. You said it's Title 16.
Well,
chapter?
The bottom line is, I, as an employee of a congressional office, cannot go to newspapers, bloggers, television producers, reporters, and talk about cases or things like that. I can put people in contact. Now, here's the thing. I'm some dope that works in a congressional office here in Scottsdale. I don't know anybody in the press. I don't talk to those guys. And to be honest with you, that's probably, kind of a shame that we don't have relationships. No one's talking to each other. The Democrats and Republicans, they're not talking. But no, it's nix for voting for myself and other staff members. So I have no idea. I assume they're probably exempt, that members, House members and senators can probably do whatever they want. They seem to do whatever they want anyway. But,
So I think we might have had a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. Let me ask you this. Here's the goal. Here's the goal that I think that all Americans, and undoubtedly all just servants of the American government, have a goal of ensuring that the American people are safe and that they're prosperous and that they're continuing to improve, and, you know, in the ideals and blah, 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 blah. So as that being the goal, can you connect me? Do you have a contact for a person in, you know, the media? I don't care who, you know, if it's ABC or...
No, like I said, I don't talk to those guys. You know, first of all,
right. I understand you don't do that.
Yeah,
so
I have no contacts, and everyone, the rest of our people in our office, you know, they're lucky to get out of bed in the morning. You know, I wouldn't trust them in terms of, you know, giving any kind of media. Like, there was one of the kids in the office. He kept referring to Dan Rather. And I said, hello, he doesn't work anymore. So we're not that sharp. I mean, we're good people, not that sharp.
You, yeah. Let me ask you this. Could you honestly, I mean, are you honestly going to sit there and say that you haven't suggested this person to be fired at this point? I mean, you're supposed to be at the top of the game, guy? Right? Look, it's Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
You can't honestly. You're pulling my chain, right? I mean, you can't. You can't honestly expect me to believe that you guys are college educated idiots in that office, right? And so you're surrounded by.
Let me just tell you one thing. Have you seen what's coming out of the colleges these days? And you got your big universities, so they're going to pound the CRT until the cows come home. Then you get the small universities, like there's this one out in Los Angeles, Redding. Oh gosh, I think it's Redding University or something.
Yeah, and so you don't have to explain something if you're saying that we've got garbage and that's what we're using. Then let's look at this again. You don't have a contact. No. 200,000 people chose to elect who's Mr. Schweikert's office, Congressman Schweikert, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 200,000 people chose to elect him. You say under a federal statute 16-947. Could you repeat what the text that you were told was, what it prevents you from doing?
We are not allowed to reach out to media, and media obviously is a big tent word, so I would assume that's bloggers, TV, radio, newspaper. We can't go and talk about cases.
Okay, so you're not allowed to talk about cases. Understood. But
right.
But what
and to be honest with you, I'll just kind of, as we say in the hood, busting it out, keeping it real. I've never personally developed a relationship with anyone in the press, and you know, I mean, the kids in this office, they're nice, but you know, they want to get home and play their, you know, video games and, you know, and I don't know, watch Star Search or whatever the heck these kids do nowadays. So.
All right. So then let's go about this. I'm not asking you to expose information that you're aware of. Yeah. If you're aware of something, that you are aware of something, but you can't tell me. I understand that. But the issue is that as far as how discovery works and the details of federal law, I can't be certain. But what I can be certain of is that the first step in stopping this is reaching out to the media. And so I say, how is it possible, when will it be possible for me to take 60 seconds of Congressman Schweikert's time to say, you know, here's a proposed situation, they impersonate law enforcement, they steal millions from kids' charities, these communities are being victimized and statute of limitations is running out. FBI has chose not to take action. Can you connect me with the right person in the news media who can spend the $500 to find this information out and see about the statute of limitations to ensure that we're at the end of the time, and then if we are at the end of the time, that they can expose this story, and then hopefully that will result in an FBI investigation.
All right. Nicholas, I'm not going to arrange a meeting with the congressman to go over this.
Right. But you say you don't have.
Hear me out.
You say, okay.
You've reached out to the FBI. We did an inquiry. They have admitted or agreed that they have your information, whatever that is. We're like Pontius Pilate in it now. We're washing our hands. We've done our job. We've done our work. And be quite frank, how old are you?
I'm in my late 30s, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to envision myself when I was in my late 30s. If I had a Woodward and Bernstein story, here's what I'd do. I'd figure out where the Star and Tribune, local paper here, and who are the reporters that deal with these kinds of issues. I would check out with that Montini dude, Lori Roberts. I mean, I read the paper. I just don't know those people. But I don't know what to say. But we're not going to do we cannot help you beyond how much we've helped you up to this point.
Right. Again, so providing me with the contact, which isn't providing any information about a case, in order to take an alternative route for stopping victimization of Americans is something that this office will not do. I know that you say you cannot do it, but again,
right.
When you're looking at the perspective of
Nicholas, I love the constant repetition, and if I was in a prison camp, you probably would break me. Got it. But you're not going to break me. We're not going to go anywhere beyond this conversation. We're not going to do it. If you got the next best story out there to bust it out and just, and take these guys to wherever, then you need to, go do the groundwork yourself with the newspapers. That's not what we do. We're not about putting publicity out there. That's not our job. Like I said, myself and our employees, the staffers here, we don't convert with those folks. I'm sure they're lovely.
All right, just as a thought, just keep this in mind. I mean, you guys say that you got idiots coming out of college, right? Right?
And not even say idiots. Just we're not going to put, they're not going to be working in nuclear labs. We'll just put it that way.
Okay, so then let me sum it up for you for this. The job of a servant, and a servant to the American people, is to go above and beyond, and even to, I would say, take steps that might be considered detrimental to their own, health, well-being, and those around them, if it results in, breaking chain of command, if it results in protecting those that they serve. I'm going to let you go with that. You can keep that in mind. You can go and, pitch that to the media or whoever you do, or sell that next time, say, hey, David, I've got the best idea. Whatever. Have a great day. And I can't say this was a good conversation. I can't honestly believe, I don't even believe that you're a government employee. But have a great day.
Thank you.